So you want to work online and you're concerned that if you pick the wrong niche, those people won't be able to pay you, or you don't really believe that there are people who would be willing to pay $9.97, $14.97, or even $5,000 to work with you, but you see other professionals charging that. So how do you get clients who want to pay you an above average fee? Well, in this video, I am going to share the how. So make sure that you grab a notebook, because what I'm about to share you likely won't find anyone else sharing. They make you pay for this type of intel. Ready? Let's dive in. Good news. I'm going to give you the exact structure that my clients use to charge $1,500, $2,500, even $4,000, $5,000. But first, let me introduce myself. So if you are new here, welcome. I am Lori Kennedy, the founder of the Wellness Business Hub, the WBH, and this very channel are here to help you, the practitioner or coach, get started and grow online. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and click that bell so that you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. Okay, let's get down to business. So what does it take to get clients who will pay you an above average fee to work with you? It's not what you think. It's not a pretty website or 100,000 Instagram followers. Trust me, there are plenty of professionals with large Instagram followings that are completely broke. And then there's the professionals like my clients who don't have massive followings. They're not Insta famous, and they're charging anywhere from $997 to $5,000. So after working with thousands of practitioners and coaches, I can tell you that there are just 3 things that you need to get clients who will pay you. They are attention, specificity, conviction. So I'm going to walk you through what this looks like in practice. But before I do, I want to really talk about what not to do. And listen, if you're doing any of these things, don't feel badly. It's not your fault. I've done them all. I'm just going to fix it for you. So keep watching. Okay, what not to do. Have a website that focuses on selling your professional skills, like a website that features you as a health coach or a social worker or a life coach or a functional medicine doctor or a naturopath or whatever your professional title is. Listen, people don't buy coaches, they buy solutions. So the next thing not to do is post only tips and recipes and repost other people's content that's super random and doesn't lead anyone to the next step. And maybe this is your current experience. You wake up and you're like, what do I post about today? What should I talk about? Listen, if you're unclear, then everybody hitting your platforms, they're going to be unclear too. And more importantly, since people buy solutions, if you're unclear about the specific solution, then you are going to have a very hard time building an audience of people who will pay you an above average fee to work with you. And the last thing not to do, avoid niching down and creating an online program. When you only sell one-to-one 60-minute sessions to anyone and everyone, of course, it makes sense that nobody's going to pay you $2,500 because you don't even have that as an offer. So now that I've covered what not to do, let's actually talk about how to set yourself up so that you can get clients who are happy to pay you an above average fee for your solution. If your goal is to make $10,000 a month, I want you to think about this. $19.97 will get you there. 5 clients a month. That's pretty doable. So we're going to start with attention. I want you to think about why you pay attention to things. Specifically, why do you pay attention to people on the internet? Because you like them. They're interesting. Maybe you learn from them. They validate your feelings. They make you feel things. There's a positive payoff to you paying attention, right? So now think about this specific to your own content and your own offers. If you're constantly throwing spaghetti at the wall, if you're all over the place and you're totally random and it's just like, oh, what do I post about today? It's more than likely that people are not going to pay attention to you for long. I want you to think about your content like a TV show. TV shows aren't random. They're written for a specific type of audience in mind. They're written to make the viewer feel something at every single step along the way so they continue to pay attention. Maybe that's intrigue or romance or humor or inspiration or fear or love, longing, desire. If you're watching a show and it's boring, what happens? You change the channel. So your show, your content needs to grab and hold attention of your ideal client so that you can make them feel things. So how do you do this? How do you make your ideal client feel things? Well, you do it by creating edutaining content that attracts them and holds their attention, meaning that you are entertaining them and you are educating them specific to their problem. You're enjoyable to watch and learn from. You're sharing hyper relevant information. And of course, you're validating their experiences. Now, this is the important part. You're only going to be able to know what to write about when you have your niche and your ideal client defined, when you're sharing edutaining content that makes them feel things. And the only way to make them feel things is to know what they want and how they want to feel. So when you have a niche and an ideal client, you can then create content themes that are hyper relevant to their desires, and then you will have their attention. The next is specificity. So I want you to think about why people pay for things. Why do you pay for things? We pay for things to solve a specific problem or make us feel a certain way. That's it. That's the reason we buy things. The way that you get people to pay you an above average fee is to create a program that gives them a solution and solves their problem in a way that they've never tried before. So if someone is struggling with acne, let's say, they want a method, a program, a protocol that is, of course, specific to them getting rid of acne. They're not going to pay $2,500 for a random 12-week transformation program because that's not a solution that's specific to their problem. People will pay large sums of money if they believe that the thing that you're offering is new and will solve their specific problem. So selling a one-off 60-minute session, it's not new, it's not specific. Sure, people will pay you $250 an hour to work with you, but they do that because they believe that your professional training will give them the solution to their problem. They just think it can happen in 60 minutes, which we know is probably not true. So this is why you should create an online program that solves a specific problem and sell it for $2,500 instead of selling your time for $250. And lastly, conviction. Nobody's going to buy anything from you if you are not confident in it. Your vibe matters and matters more than your level of competence, which is sad, but true. Think about it. Would you spend $2,500 to work with someone who came across as meek and weak and unsure of themselves? And are you sure you really want to work with me? Probably not. Even if the content they put out educated you, which did hold your attention for a few minutes, but then you got on a call with them and they were like, the price is $997. Is that okay? It's not going to instill trust or safety or certainty that the solution will work. So if your goal is to create an online program and sell it for an above average fee, you need to get attention, solve a specific problem, and have conviction while you do it. This is why I work with professionals to help them nail their niche and define their ideal client before we even build out their solution-based program. So please know this. You can charge an above average fee, even if you are just starting out, when you have attention, specificity, and conviction in place. As always, thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful. Let me know down below. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time.